Hello! Today I'm going to be filming my very first video in my Goosebumps series. It's inspired by Night of the Living Dummy, which has the iconic ventriloquist dummy Slappy that made me afraid throughout my childhood. And I'm going to do some creepy Goosebumps possessed dummy makeup today. Goosebumps were my life. I read every single one. I collected them. I had a whole shelf that had every single Goosebumps book on it in order. And Night of the Living Dummy was, of course, one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm going to be recreating that look today, so let's get started. I'm going to start by putting some bright neon yellow-green color contacts in, because if you look on the cover of the original Night of the Living Dummy, he has these like glowing Goosebumps eyes. Which is also in their theme song. They have that as well, so I figured that'd be good to tie it all together, so let's do it. Okay, so there we go. If it's ever doing that little weird slidey thing, it probably means that the color contact is inside out and you need to take it out and flip it around and put it back in. So there we go, we got the color contacts, and I'm just gonna tie my hair back so I can really focus on the makeup, and also Slappy has like boy hair. And I'm gonna get started just by doing a normal base. I'm gonna use this CoverFX blurring primer as my primer just to get everything even and ready to go. Now I'm going to use the CoverFX No Filter foundation, and the lighter color I have, Fair 25. I just want a light skin tone base normally, and just a normal base. And I'm going to use this Sephora beauty sponge to blend it in. And since Slappy's face is just smooth plaster, you want to make sure that there's no human-like things like circles under my eyes or any discoloration. So I'm going to use some of this Colourpop No Filter Concealer. The color is Light 40, and I'm just going to make sure everything looks perfect and plaster, or porcelain, I guess. And now I'm going to set everything with this RCMA No Color Powder. I'm just going to make everything flat and mattified all over my face. So Slappy has some pretty intense cheekbones. They're just like, woo, like they're like really centered in his face and just give him that like creepy doll look. So I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in light medium, and I'm just gonna go overboard with the contour, just doing it like dummy fashion. And I'm gonna start with the lightest, but I'm probably gonna have to add some more darker colors to intensify it, but I'm just gonna start out slowly so I don't overdo it right away. And before I start doing that, I'm just gonna dust off all the powder that's been baking. I'm going to use this Royal Langnickel contour brush. I'm just going to blend that out with this Real Techniques contour blending brush. I'm just going to go... And this is just kind of laying out the map of where the cheekbones are going to be. But now I'm going to get an even smaller brush and an even darker, cooler toned contour color to just chisel that out. So I'm going to use this Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm just going to grab from the Saucebox Etude palette. This more pigmented, cool toned brown, and see how that goes. So to make it even darker, I'm going to go in very lightly and very carefully with the black color from the Etude palette, just to make it look like more doll-like, and my cheekbones are popping out. So that looks insane, obviously, but you need to really blend it out and blend it in with the other contour colors you use to make sure it's a seamless kind of theatrical look instead of like a line. Okay, so now to really solidify the point that I'm a dummy, I'm going to add the lines to the corners of my mouth going straight down and rounding under my chin. Before I do that, I'm going to contour a little bit underneath my chin to just make sure my chin looks very chiseled, and I'm going to use the light cool color from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in light medium again. So I'm just going to go in hard with this McGrath Collabs Black Smudgeliner. I'm using this one because it's really smudgy, so I can make a line and kind of blend it out a little bit, or I can leave it for a few minutes and it'll get very set. So to kind of soften this and give it the shape, I'm going to use this concealer brush and kind of blend it a little bit to make it look like crevices are going down deeper. So now I'm going to take a thinner black liner and draw a line in the middle of that smudge line so it looks like this is a shadow and that's the actual piece of jaw that goes up and down when you use a ventriloquist dummy. So for that, I'm going to use this Smashbox Always Sharp black eyeliner. And I like these because inside the cap there's a sharpener, so every time you use the pencil and you put the cap back on, it re-sharpens the tip, so it's perfect for what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to work a little bit more on this cheek contour because I'm not super happy with it. I'm looking at some pictures of Slappy and his cheekbones kind of go and they leave a little dent here, so I'm just going to work on blending it a little bit more. So now to do Slappy's eyebrows. He has eyebrows that look like they're painted on because he is a doll, and they kind of go like, ooh, like an arch, like not a normal arch, like a McDonald's arch. So I'm gonna try to use my eyebrow shape and kind of build off of it to give it that painted doll brow look. I'm going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in dark brown. So for Slappy's eyes, there's not really much going on other than the fact that they're kind of dark looking and kind of like creepy, sort of dead looking. So I'm going to use the Saucebox Etude palette again. I'm going to take some of these like neutral grayish, greenish, and brownish shades and just kind of ring my eyes to make them look a little bit more tired. To do that, I'm just going to go in with this Morphe M505 tapered blending brush. And I'm just going to line my lower waterline with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I'm just going to make my waterline white so it looks like my eyes are really like popping like glassy doll eyes. And it really just makes your eyes look bigger. It's a good trick to have in your makeup bag. And this is a great product. I use it for so many things. So you would think that a ventriloquist dummy would have like big eyelashes, but Slappy kind of has these giant, big, dead-looking eyes with no lashes at all. So I'm just going to really quickly put a few coats of this Wonder Beauty Unlashed mascara to just cover my eyelashes, but I'm not going to do anything really other than that. So Slappy has some rosy cheeks and like really like dotted freckles going on, just like a typical painted doll. So for the cheeks, I'm going to go in with this blush. It's Cola from Sparrow Cosmetics, and it's just a nice natural pinky red flush. It's like exactly what a doll maker would use, I think, to just make the cheeks look really bright. And I'm going to center all that blush right here. Instead of like going up like I usually do, it's just going to be like this, because the cheekbones are already carved out to leave like a little half moon, and we want the apples of the cheeks to kind of pop. I'm going to use this crown brush. It doesn't really have a name on it, and I'm just going to kind of like swirl it around in that circle. And now for the freckles, I'm going to use my favorite freckle brush. This is the MAC 211, and I'm going to use the same brow pomade that I used before, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in dark brown, and I'm just going to make the opposite of what natural freckles are, which is basically just a bunch of big dots on the cheeks in very like purposeful places. So here we go. Alright, so last but not least, Slappy has a wide, creepy, bright red, shiny, leering smile, and I think that's the most important part about him. So I'm gonna use bright red lipstick, and for that, I'm gonna use the primary red, the purest red color from this Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette, and then on top of it, I'm gonna apply an extremely glossy gloss. I'm going to use the NYX lid lacquer, which is like almost latex-like sheen, just to create this creepy smile. And I'm actually, contrary to what I usually do, I usually kind of like overline my lips a bit, but I'm going to make them thinner so they're like look longer and creepier. I'm going to use this Morphe M178 lip brush. And I'm just going to finish that off with the lid lacquer. I'm going to put it right on this brush and just put it on top. And there you have it. We're all done. I have now transformed myself into Slappy from the Goosebumps. I hope you enjoyed my very first Goosebumps makeup tutorial. There's going to be more to come. Comment below what your favorite Goosebumps book is, and I'll think about maybe doing a video of that book. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!